Greetings and welcome. Today I'm going to give another technique for vacancy of mind that I think can work very well. I'm always looking for these kind of hacks, these small kinds of tricks of kind of spiritual chiropractic that we can do. And so I'm going to give you another one in this video. And I wanted to make y'all aware, as I usually do, that I have a new website, clintsaybom.com, and I have some courses on Perseus Arcane Academy. I offer individual coaching. I'll offer, I offer group sessions, and I do transmissions of the Akasha, and they've been really effective of charging people up with basically the power and love of God is kind of the way I see it and like to think about it. Now, as far as our little quick lesson today, one thing you can do with just your whole practice, no matter what step you're on, one thing you can just experiment with is imagine yourself being headless. Imagine yourself without a head, and go throughout the day when you remember it to be without a head, like you're a headless person. All of our thoughts are kind of, stuffed up in our head. So with no head, we kind of get into just feeling and being. And it's a very powerful strategy. It's not unique to myself. There is a book on this as well. I forget the name of the book, but it might be just Being Headless. I can't exactly remember. But I have found this technique very helpful, and it really kind of just gets into your feeling, and you're not as much caught up in your thoughts. And it's very simple. Even if you think you've met the minimum requirements for vacancy of mind, you've gone on to the other steps, and that is all good and fine. But vacancy of mind is something you continue throughout your steps with Barden work. And so, it's always good to keep working on vacancy of mind. I kind of, like I've said before, I kind of place that as one of the most important lessons in initiation into Hermetics, one of the most important practices, because, spiritual gurus will make vacancy of mind their entire thing. And Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now can also help you learn different techniques to get into vacancy of mind and turn the mind off. And so a lot of spiritual teachers make this your central point. And so, really, what else can you say? What else can I say? Sometimes it's interesting because I kind of feel like I've run out of topics with Barden, because I've covered all the steps, and I have all these past videos on so many different things. So by all means, if you haven't seen all the videos, go back and look at old videos and see if you can find something you like. And I wanted to let you all know too, I haven't really moved on to the other books because I feel like initiation into Hermetics is complete. I feel like it is a lifetime path. I don't have a whole lot of interest in conjuring elementals and conjuring spirits to do work for me if everything can be done with my own power, as is taught in initiation into Hermetics. And the work never ends, so I'm continually doing my magical practices throughout the day, and or at a certain time in the day. And I'll stress again, as I have before, I think physical exercise is real important. I think that getting in real good physical shape is really vital to Barden work, and I think it can really help. That's at least been my experience. So, getting the physical body strong is interesting because exercise, that's the key here. Exercise, physical exercise, doesn't work on just the physical level. It can affect the astral level and the spirit level. So it can actually affect them all as kind of a byproduct. And so that's kind of why I emphasize it a lot. And so, I hope all of y'all are doing well. I sincerely do. And I wanted to let you know I have some podcasts coming up to be scheduled where I'm interviewed on the Mystery College podcast and also the Perseus Arcane Academy podcast and those YouTube channels. And so I'll post a link when those get posted. And really just kind of checking in. I guess I kind of backtrack on what I earlier said. There's always more stuff to be talked about, and there's always more stuff to be integrated because life presents challenges, and balancing Barden work with life challenges can be tricky. And that's why in my video, the biggest problem with Barden work is continuing to do something every day, even though life gets in the way. And even if you can just do auto-suggestion and impregnation every day, well, that's something. Even if you can just stretch and do a little bit of exercise each day, that's something. But back to the topic at hand, yes, this being headless is very interesting. It might get you a little disoriented, but I seriously doubt it because it's like when you're headless and you're more in feeling and being, it's not like your mind just goes blank and you can't use it. You still have your biological brain. So vacancy of mind does not necessarily mean just going blank and not being able to think and make decisions. In fact, it clears things up so you're better able to deal with situations. So there is still going to be, the biological brain being able to respond. Eckhart Tolle mentions that a lot of times the great discoveries in science were made when people weren't forcing it and they were kind of in a free vacancy of mind state, especially Einstein. And I think Einstein was kind of a bodhisattva. So, I guess I could talk all day about this stuff. I really love it. And if you have any questions, feel free to write me at thegraveyardcowboy@gmail.com or contact me on my website, clintsabaum.com. And you want individual coaching, transmissions, whatever, that would be great. And I love working with people. So many blessings to all of you, and I will see you on the next video.